He was the elder and I was the tag-along little brother. From a very young age, growing up with him, he was an extremely competitive person, whether it was basketball up at Chaminade, whether it was golf with his siblings. He maintained that competitive spirit really through his whole life.
He was bigger than life. He came into the room, you know, he's this tall, lanky guy with a boyish face. He had a great smile, but he could really pull people in together around him.
He's a team player. You know, at the end of the day, it's not about him as an individual. The fun is bringing people together, working together on something, and seeing if you can make something happen.
He had a good way of working with people and identifying talents in people that then he would bring together to do things, to achieve goals.
He was a risk taker. And growing up as a kid, if there was anybody that was going to say, I dare you to do something really outrageous, Skip would be the first in line.
He just wanted to run his own thing. So he, you know, had some people that he eventually hired and they would sell housewares, go all to these mom and pop stores, you know, driving around, doing stuff like that. It was probably the worst timing for him to get into that business. The financial crisis was starting to happen then, but it was a fantastic learning experience for him. And he had to declare bankruptcy. He took care of his employees. He was knocked down. So he really had to reevaluate his life.
Do we want to make an investment in this? We didn't understand the business, but we knew him.
Lurking inside his 6'5" frame was a hint of a genius.
There was a niche market available that he would like to pursue.
And really what it came down to was bringing institutional style investing to the individual.
We were investing in Skip.
Skip's ability to grasp situations and his innovative spirit and his ability to lead that company were just amazing to me. I was...
It blew the doors off of me, I'll tell you.
He was recognized by one of the publications as one of the top 5 innovative people to influence the market. He really didn't have a bucket list.
He had one bucket list, get it past 10 billion of assets under management. So when he passed, it was at like 9.89 and it hit 10 billion, I think, 1 or 2 days after he died.
So I called Skip and I said, Skip, I've done a bad thing. I've done a very bad thing. I gave your name to the development office at Spring Hill and I told them you owed them some money. They probably gave you a degree, that whether you deserved it or not, they gave you a degree. And I said, you need to do something. You need to do something. Probably save Spring Hill College with his philanthropy and is something he was destined to do because he loved doing it so much. I think it was just a natural spirit of philanthropy that had been latent there, and when it cultivated, he just really stepped to the fore.
He said, I'm diagnosed with cancer, pancreatic cancer.
I cried. It was Skip Viragh. He's indestructible. He's a mountain of a man. He's going to live forever. He's just too good to be taken so early.
It's really important to get to an institution, a facility that has tons of experience in research, treatment, diagnosis. We need Hopkins, we need Johns Hopkins. So we saw Dan LaHayru.
He told the family many times, this may not help me, but the work that I'm participating in is going to help other patients in the future.
Departing from Skip that last time was such a poignant event, and his saying, take care of my brothers and sisters and I'll see you in heaven.
He just had that indestructible, he was indestructible.
I remember a couple days before he had passed away, he had sat Paul and I down, and he just said to remember all the things that he's given us and to do good things.
I feel like he gave me that gift of just kind of nice closure, a nice gift, but did say just go out in the world and do good work. And I feel like that's kind of the thing I hear every morning when I get out of bed is what am I going to do today to do good work, to carry on this legacy of giving and to help others who are really struggling. And that's been the best gift for me. I feel like he looks down on what we're doing every day with a smile and great pride.
From an early time, as a business started to grow and be successful, Skip started talking about, thinking about ways to give back.
As hard as he worked, he really knew that he was blessed. The wealth was not, it was a blessing. He really wanted to, and fortunately had the time, going through his illness, to decide what should be done with that wealth. And it was an easy decision for him. I'm going to give it back.
We needed a building that would allow us to treat patients on a long-term basis, that would be easy access, a one-stop shop, and that would be comfortable. It is going to transform how we treat cancer patients over the next decade or so. I don't think there's any other place in the world that's set up, that specifically designed the clinical space for multidisciplinary care. I'm just overwhelmed by seeing this new building.
We've never forgotten kind of our singular mission, and that is finding better care for patients with pancreas cancer. I think from the pancreas cancer research side, Skip has personally contributed to the field of pancreas cancer, and we thank him for this.